morning, welcome to Frugal. My name's Lara and this is a frugal living and budgeting channel, and today's video is actually about that little monkey that you can hear in the background. So it's the second in a wee series of videos I'm doing on Thankfulness Thursdays that are called The Best Things in Life Are Budget Friendly. So there are amazing things in life that if there's money to... You'll see what she's up to in a minute. Oh, she's hilarious. Sorry if that gave you a fright. It definitely gave me a fright. Where were we? So yeah, there are lots of things in life that if people have the money to do them, then of course that's great. And there's a certain freedom in having the money to be able to choose to do things that cost a bit more. I do believe though that beyond a certain level of, so it's great to have enough money to be comfortable, of course, and to have our needs met and a little bit extra for treats and things. But I feel that beyond a certain point, having money isn't necessarily going to add to happiness in life. In fact, potentially it could add to stress and make life harder in some respects. I'm definitely someone who is really thankful for my lot in life. I'm very grateful for what I have. I feel like being kind of like practicing a kind of gratitude and being in a kind of way of thinking that I can appreciate the little things in life. To me, that feels really empowering. And don't get me wrong, if I went to the bingo, because I think my mum and I might go to the bingo at some point in June, because I need to, there's a lot of decorating to do in the flat, and my friend, thank you Martina, my friend suggested these kind of concertina doors, and they're very kind of 70s looking, which would match the vibe of this flat and my kind of love of retro. And they'd be easy to assemble as a temporary thing because there's a lot of decorating to do. So I'm at the stage right now where there are no doors in the flat, because I still have to get all the skirtings and all the door surrounds put on before proper doors can be hung. But there's a reason, which I'll tell you about in a second, to do with Bella, my cat, why I've got to the point I really need a door as soon as possible, especially even if it's just for the bedroom. So anyway, the day that Mum and I go to B&Q, we will probably, I've been hinting about, or not just hinting, but we've chatted about going to the bingo for ages now, and we've not got around to it. We've been saying we'll do it for about a year or so, maybe more. So maybe we'll get around to it that day. So for example, if something happened and I won some money at the bingo, or I don't play the lottery, but say one day I bought a lottery ticket and I won some money, of course that's awesome, and it all helps. But I think there's definitely something invaluable in just appreciating where we're at right now. Like, that is worth so much too, and there's so much to be thankful for in that. And yeah, I might sound like a bit of a broken record here, but there's an abundance in appreciating the things in life that are free or that don't cost much but do bring us a lot of joy and satisfaction, and I think if we can try and have that kind of mindset, it can, the camera's sliding. Stay! I think I'm going to have to start using a new stand. Yeah, if we can cultivate that kind of mindset, I think that's a really valuable thing in and of itself. So it doesn't mean to say that money can't have its advantages too, up to a point. And I know that sometimes people are really struggling, and it's to the point that managing the basics is hard, and my heart goes out to anyone in that situation. And I hope that wherever you are, there's some support available and there are some ways to get through this time. and that brighter times are around the corner very, very soon. But I think it's so sad that that can be the case, and it doesn't seem fair. Like, this thing with the inequality gap makes me really mad, actually. It makes me so angry, because it doesn't seem fair at all that there are some people who it feels as if they have way more and kind of keep that to themselves, when there are people who are so much in need. Why? I just wish there was a way it could be more evenly distributed to help people who are struggling. But I feel it's our duty, anyone who's not really, really struggling, for me, I feel it's part of my kind of duty to, and also kind of morally, how can I not be so grateful to be able to feed myself, have shelter, have clothes on my back? How can I not be full of gratitude for that? Anyway, very long introduction today, but the second in this, but the last video, which was the first in this wee series, didn't really have any talking. So this has just kind of set the scene for you about what these wee videos are about. So each one is a different theme of things that can be really beautiful in life, that don't have to cost very much or anything at all. Or if they do cost a little bit, that can be manageable in a budget, living a frugal life. So, as you guessed by the title, the second is to do with pets. And pardon me, pets are just so precious. And apologies if you're someone that's not into pets and animals, and like, I totally respect that. They're not for everyone, but those of you who do love animals and having pets around, I'm sure that it will resonate for you, and you'll know from experience how they can bring so much joy into our lives. And it doesn't have to cost. It can be expensive potentially, but there are ways to keep costs down, and you can't put a price on the love they give us. It's completely unconditional, and it's just such a beautiful thing when, like, we always have rescue animals, and when you see them come out of their shell and you see how they settle in and their wee personalities start to come through, it's just absolutely priceless and precious. And they're good for your health. Stroking an animal, it reduces blood pressure. There are scientific studies. I don't know any details, but there'll be a wealth of information out there on the internet about the health benefits of having animals. They are just incredible. They're so wise. They can teach all of us so much. They're such a great thing for children as they grow up. I'm forever grateful that my mum always had animals when we were growing up. We always had some kind of rescue animals. It was usually dogs. Well, there were always dogs throughout. We did have a lovely cat, Smudge. He lived until he was 19. He was amazing. There were other cats before my time. We had hamsters at one point, budgies. And it was just such an incredible lesson about life, growing up with animals. There's just so much to gain from it, all the fun times, health benefits of taking your dog for a walk. They're great for reducing stress. There's just, I couldn't even begin to list all the incredible things about animals and pets. So at the moment, I have a rescue cat, and her name is Bella. She is just hilarious. If you've seen my other videos, you'll have seen that she often pops up. She likes to be involved and get a wee bit of attention. And she always knows when I'm talking to you, and she'll start doing something in the background, or she'll come over. She's like a little mischievous one, but she's so loving and sweet. So she's actually a very, very gentle cat. There was a bit of an accident recently because sometimes when she wants me to get up, and the sun comes up early at the moment, and she wants me to get up, and she'll go and stand on the headboard behind me and kind of go like this, trying to get my attention. And there was a wee bit of a mishap recently. She fell off the headboard and landed on my face, and it's actually doing pretty well, but I ended up with a big scratch down here. It was so sore, and she kind of landed on this bit, and it was pretty painful, but it's making a good recovery. But other than that, and it was definitely an accident, she's never injured me. She's very sweet and loving. When I broke my arm at the end of the year, she was like a wee nurse Bella. She was so caring, and I could tell she was worried about me. She's a sweetheart. So, and before having Bella, I had a wonderful greyhound called Darren, who I miss every day. I'll add some photos so you can see him. He was a beautiful, gentle, big soul. He really was a lovely boy, and so many years of happiness having him in my life, definitely. And as I say, the pets that we've had throughout my life, because my mum has always had animals. She has a really gorgeous little border collie who's the only non-rescue she's ever had. She's absolutely adorable, and I'll put some pictures of her as well. And actually, I'll show you a wee video of her too. So I'm gonna show you our wee routine in the morning, Bella and I. So usually Bella, when I get up, of course, she's looking for food. And then we have a bit of playtime, and she's hilarious when she plays. I'll take you with me today, and we have a bit of playtime. And she's just such a funny little cat. She follows me around, and like whatever room I'm in, she likes to hang out. And she, every kind of 10 days to 2 weeks, she has a little place that she likes to hang around in the flat. And she kind of changes every 10 days to 2 weeks, she'll move to a new location. Such a funny little character. What would be really fantastic is if you have any pets, or you've had a pet in the past who brought you a lot of joy, please share in the comments. It would be really fantastic to hear all about them. So with Bella, keeping costs down, I'm fortunate because there's a certain type of cat food, it's an Asda one, and she really enjoys that. Sometimes kitty cats can be fussy eaters, and they go off food, and then people end up, like for example Gina's cats, shout out to Gina's cats, they change their mind, and that must make it more expensive and a bit of a nightmare when you've got a fussy kitty. But thankfully for me, Bella loves her food, same as her meow-me's, so she enjoys what I get for her. And quite often when the tins are on special offer, I stock up, and that keeps the cost down. Portion control, PAW, portion, that helps. And also I have a small pet insurance. It's like a monthly bill, just for peace of mind. It covers a lot of different things, and I balance that out with a sinking fund where I save for her vets, and then whatever's left that isn't used for the vets, I keep in there just as a little emergency buffer, so that if she ever did need anything more expensive and it wasn't covered by pet insurance, it's just there to fall back on for peace of mind. She's a house cat, so, and I'm so glad of that. They said to me she needs to be a house cat, but I'm so glad it's the case, because if she wasn't, I would be definitely worried about her. There's a lot of busy roads near where I live and other dangers. So there can be foxes, and the seagulls can be a bit vicious sometimes. So I wouldn't want to risk, oh yeah, it's okay. I thought the camera had fallen down again. So I would never want to risk her being outdoors anyway. But that reduces the risk of her being injured as well. So those are the main things I can think of right now as far as, oh, also for another thing for helping keep costs down is the fact that they're a bit like children in some senses, like children at a certain age where maybe for Christmas you get them a toy and then they end up playing with the box more than the toy. Well, cats seem to really adore boxes, and they love boxes, and they love a lot of different kind of toys that are homemade, as long as it's done safely. And these things don't cost a penny, and it's a good way of upcycling and repurposing something that would just be getting thrown away. So she does have like other toys that are her favourites, like her feather on a stick. So about once a year I get her a new feather on a stick because she plays with that toy so much it ends up kind of breaking eventually. But they cost about £3 out of B&M, and it's worth every penny because she gets so much joy from that. She loves it. So I'm going to show you a few pictures as well of when I first adopted Bella. I had a cat party for her and also for her birthday, which is at the end of July. So the first year that I had her and had the cat party, I kind of was a bit silly with it, went a wee bit overboard, like in a fun, good way. It was a great day. But one of the things was that we made some decorations for, not decorations, I need more coffee, sorry. We made some toys for the cats at the cat shelter where she came from. So we made a whole load of them and we did little cat goodie bags. So that was really satisfying. But the toys that we made were free or very cheap to make for the little cats and kittens that don't have homes yet. And that's the thing, they're not looking for, it's not as if pets are judging or fussy or want expensive toys and things. They just want love and attention and playtime. So that doesn't have to really cost anything much. And as I say, what they give us is just, you can't put a price on it. It's just so special. So without further ado, let's go play with the Bella. I'll introduce you to the other guys. And thank you so much for watching. It's been a real pleasure to talk about another topic very close to my heart, and a great example of why sometimes, oftentimes, the best things in life are budget friendly. So thanks again. See you next time, and very best wishes. Bye. It's Bella. Hello, Bella, Bella. Shall we have some playtime? Oh, you are naughty. I love that when she stops to groom herself in the middle of the game, and then what she usually does. Oh. quite often she just lies down and squashes the toy, and then it can't go anywhere. Don't you? She just... You're so funny. And it's so funny when she does that thing and she wiggles her behind before she takes off chasing. Good girl. We do a few rounds of this and when she gets more puffed out and she's just squishing the toy all the time, then it's the treats time. This is Bella's treats drawer, and her treats, she loves the dreamy type ones, but they can be any brand. Doesn't have to be like actual dreamies, but her favourite are these. She's crazy about these stick ones. So at the end of the game, she gets a wee treat. Because there's a guy called the Cat Daddy, Jackson Galaxy, and he's talked about this hunt, catch, kill, eat, sleep. I can't remember exactly how he puts it. But apparently when you're playing with them, it's meant to be really good to finish the game with them getting a wee treat, as if they've actually caught their prey and eaten it, and then it means game over. Bella! Bella! She's like, just get on with it, give me your treat. And then they'll take the toy away. What are you doing? She's stopped doing it now. She's tilting her head. Oh, oh, look, you're so sweet. Chris, what you doing? Good puppy. Oh.